Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be diving into ancient Egypt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you shared some really fascinating material with me
Right.
from the Joe Rogan Experience with Graham Hancock.
Yeah.
And it's got us thinking about the Egyptian afterlife and not just the tombs and mummies,
Yeah.
but what their intense focus on the afterlife tells us about how they lived their lives.
Looks like we're cracking a code.
Yeah,
A 3,000-year-old philosophical puzzle.
yeah,
They were obsessed with the meaning of life and death,
right.
like devoting vast resources to figuring out what happens after we die.
And they didn't just talk about it. They meticulously documented their beliefs and like intricate hieroglyphs and tomb paintings.
Yeah.
They wanted to share this wisdom across time.
Exactly. And what's really mind-blowing is that these weren't just isolated ideas.
Right.
Think about the path of soul's concept.
Yeah.
The challenges and tests the soul faces after death
Yes.
appears in cultures all over the world.
Oh, wow.
From the Americas to ancient Egypt.
Is it just coincidence?
Right.
Or some shared human instinct?
Yeah.
Some primal echo resonating across cultures?
Yeah, it gives me chills.
It really does.
Hancock even suggests a lost civilization,
Yeah.
a common origin for these strikingly similar beliefs.
Right.
It's debated, for sure,
Yeah.
but incredibly thought-provoking.
So let's get specific.
Okay.
What did the Egyptians believe happened after you die?
Okay, so they envisioned a detailed and perilous journey for the soul,
Okay.
a voyage through the Milky Way, no less.
Wow.
You face obstacles, navigate gates guarded by beings demanding passwords.
Passwords in the afterlife.
My goodness.
So it's like cosmic bouncers. What happens if you forget the password?
Well, ultimately, you end up before divine court for judgment.
Oh, okay.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat. Judgment Day, Egyptian style. Lay it on me.
So this is where the weighing of the heart ceremony takes place.
So,
Imagine this, your heart representing your actions and intentions in life
uh-huh.
is placed on one side of a giant scale.
Okay.
On the other side is the feather of Mot.
Mine, refresh my memory. What's that all about again?
Mot isn't just about truth and justice.
Okay.
It's this profound concept that governed their entire universe.
Oh, wow.
Think of it as cosmic order,
Okay.
the underlying principle of balance and harmony.
Uh-huh.
So your heart, your earthly deeds are being measured against this ultimate standard.
Heavy stuff. So if your heart is lighter than the feather, you're good to go.
Right.
What happens if it's heavier?
Then you face Emmet, the eater of the dead.
Oh, no.
Fearsome creature, part crocodile, part lion, part hippopotamus.
That doesn't sound good.
Ultimate destruction.
Not a good outcome.
Not a good outcome.
Wow, that's intense. It makes you think twice about your choices.
And that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
They believed your fate in the afterlife was directly tied to how you lived your life.
So it's not just about believing in a paradise after death. You have to earn it.
You gotta.
They weren't just trying to escape punishment.
Right.
They were striving to live in alignment with truth, justice, and cosmic harmony.
Yeah,
Values that are still incredibly relevant today.
absolutely. But it goes even deeper than that.
Okay.
The Egyptians didn't just passively await judgment.
Mm-hmm.
They had a system, the 42 negative confessions, to actively guide their moral compass.
Negative confessions. Now that sounds intriguing. Tell me more. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're unraveling the mysteries of the ancient Egyptian afterlife.
Right.
And last time we left off with this idea of the 42 negative confessions. It's like a moral self-audit
Yeah,
before facing the ultimate judge.
for sure.
What's the deal with these confessions?
So imagine standing before a divine tribunal and declaring things like, I have not stolen, I have not lied, I have not caused suffering.
Wow.
It's a powerful way to confront your actions and affirm your commitment to living a righteous life.
Whoa. So it's not just about pleading your case.
Right,
It's about acknowledging those universal truths about right and wrong.
right.
It's like they built ethics right into the fabric of their belief system.
Exactly. And these negative confessions weren't just about avoiding punishment.
Oh.
They were about striving to embody math.
Right.
That cosmic order and balance we're talking about.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about getting into heaven.
Right.
It was about continuous growth and evolution, even in the afterlife.
So it wasn't just about lounging around in paradise for eternity.
Not quite.
Yeah.
They believed the afterlife was dynamic, a place where the soul continued to learn and evolve.
Yeah.
Hancock talks about how they saw life as this precious gift,
Right.
an opportunity to gain wisdom and contribute to the world.
It's almost like they saw death not as a full stop,
Right.
but as a comma, a transition to something even greater.
Exactly. And that perspective
completely shaped their worldview.
Wow.
It wasn't about chasing wealth or power. It was about cultivating virtue, seeking knowledge, and leaving the world better than they found it. It's a powerful message, especially in today's world,
I agree.
which can feel so focused on material success.
Yes.
Their focus on wisdom and virtue feels incredibly refreshing.
I agree. It's a valuable perspective on living a meaningful life.
Yeah.
Regardless of your spiritual beliefs.
Okay, so we've explored the moral dimensions of the afterlife and the emphasis on living virtuously.
Right.
But what about the actual experience?
Yes.
What did the Egyptians believe the afterlife was like? They envisioned a realm that was both familiar and extraordinary.
Okay.
It echoed the earthly world in many ways, with fields, rivers, even homes. So not just some vague, ethereal paradise.
Right. More like a perfected version of Egypt,
Okay.
a land of abundance and eternal life.
But it wasn't just about endless relaxation, right? They still had things to do, challenges to overcome.
Exactly.
They believed
That even in the afterlife, the soul continued to evolve and grow.
they imagined a place where you could cultivate your skills, pursue your passions, and continue your journey towards spiritual enlightenment. Even in death, life went on just in a different form.
Yeah.
Such a fascinating concept, this idea of the afterlife as a continuation of life. But on a higher plane, it really makes you think.
It does.
It challenges our modern ideas about death being the absolute end
Right.
and presents it as a transformation.
Sure.
And it raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness, the soul,
Yeah.
and what really happens after we die.
Big questions.
Questions that humanity has been grappling with for millennia.
For sure.
It makes you wonder if the ancient Egyptians, with their deep contemplation of the afterlife, were onto something profound.
Right.
If they tapped into a truth about existence that we're only now beginning to rediscover. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring the ancient Egyptian afterlife,
Right.
and it's honestly blown my mind.
It is fascinating.
Weighing on the heart those negative confessions, it's also intricate and thought-provoking. It makes you think about your own life in a whole new way.
For sure.
And, there's another layer to this whole afterlife concept that we haven't touched on yet.
Okay.
Magic.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Magic was a huge part of ancient Egyptian culture. Huge.
Yeah.
They believed it could influence everything,
Yeah.
from the weather to their crops.
Right.
But how did magic play into the afterlife?
Well, they believe magic could help them navigate the afterlife's challenges
Okay.
and ensure a smooth transition to the next realm.
Okay.
They developed these elaborate rituals, spells, and amulets
Wow.
specifically designed to protect and guide the soul on its journey.
So it was like packing a spiritual survival kit for the afterlife?
Exactly. They filled their tombs with all sorts of magical objects.
Like what?
Protective amulet spells written on papyrus scrolls,
Uh-huh.
all designed to help the deceased in the afterlife.
The amount of thought and effort they put into preparing for death is incredible.
It really is.
It really shows how central the afterlife was to their entire worldview.
Absolutely. And it wasn't just about individual survival.
Okay.
They also believed magic could help them maintain contact with their loved ones who had passed on.
Wait, really? They thought they could actually communicate with the dead?
Yes. They performed rituals and offerings to honor their ancestors.
Wow.
And sought their guidance and protection. They believed that the deceased could intercede on their behalf,
Really?
helping them with everything from health and prosperity
Yeah.
to navigating challenges in life.
Wow. It's like they had a whole spiritual support system in the afterlife.
That's right.
It's both comforting and kind of mind-blowing.
It really speaks to this deep human need for connection and continuity,
Yeah.
this longing to believe that death is not the end,
Right.
but a transition to a different form of existence.
It makes you question our modern assumptions about death, doesn't it?
It really does.
The ancient Egyptians offer us a different way of seeing things,
Yeah.
a perspective that views death not as a complete ending,
Right.
but as a transformation, a continuation of the journey.
Yeah. And they remind us that life is precious,
Yeah.
a gift to be cherished and used wisely.
And that we should strive to live virtuously, seek knowledge, and leave the world a better place.
Absolutely.
So, after this deep dive into the ancient Egyptian afterlife, I think we're left with more than just fascinating mythology.
For sure.
It's a glimpse into a civilization that was deeply in tune with the mysteries of life and death.
Yeah.
And their insights offer us valuable lessons for how to live our lives today.
I completely agree. Their beliefs challenge us to think about our own priorities,
Right.
what truly matters, and to look at our own mortality
in a new light. It reminds us that the big questions about life and death are timeless, universal, and maybe ultimately unanswerable.
Sure.
But perhaps like the ancient Egyptians, it's in the seeking and the pondering and the exploration of these mysteries that we find meaning and purpose.
Beautifully put. It's a journey worth taking.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through ancient Egyptian thought. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.